everybody, ladies and gentlemen. My next guest is a writer, director, and producer who's been making us laugh for weeks. He's just put together a scrapbook memoir, Comedy Nerd, a lifelong obsession in stories and pictures. Please welcome back to The Late Show, Mr. Judd Apatow. Nice to see you. How are you, Judd Apatow?
How are you doing?
I'm going Jim Dandy. Having a good time with my friends.
I bought a new suit for the show.
It looks fantastic on you.
Because I didn't know if this would be the last one, or maybe you'll squeeze me in one more time. I saw it's kind of a might be the last one suit.
It's not our last one, but it might be your last one.
Well,
you have another project coming up that we could have you on for? Because we're going to talk about the Comedy Nerd.
Yes.
Your new book, Comedy Nerd, in just a second, right there.
Well, I feel like, this is the best show ever.
Thank you. I didn't want to say anything, but that's nice of you to say.
And I've had the best time on it for so many years, and I know that, you're going to be available in June, and I just thought...
I've been busy for the last 20 years.
You might need a producer.
I need a gig.
Yeah.
I need a gig. Do you have maybe we could do 61-year-old virgin?
Yeah, right? I mean, I feel like you've never been available. You check avail, never available.
Never available.
So, what do we do? I feel like you could be a movie star. Right? Look at that, right? Right?
Okay, I accept. I accept. Thank you.
I like to think of the opportunities here.
Sure.
You could be like Tom Cruise.
100%.
You could
I do all my own stunts on the show.
Absolutely. You have to be willing to die in a stunt to do those movies.
100%.
Are you willing?
Oh, no.
Okay, good.
I have very little will to live. Getting back to the book. It is a Comedy Nerd, a lifelong obsessions in stories and pictures. You admit yourself that you're a hoarder.
I do have an issue.
Okay, you have an issue. What is it? Do you have literally warehouses full of this stuff? Do you have storage facilities full of all your...
It's not Stephen.
No, it's products now. Did Leslie make you write this book so she could throw some of it away?
Exactly. Well, this was proof to Leslie that I wasn't crazy for having 7 storages.
You have 7 storages?
But I treat it, I'm like the Felix Unger of hoarding. It's treated well. It's not like a big mound of dirt and feces and kitty litter and catcher's mitts. It's in little cases and photo albums,
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I take care of my hoard.
You got a lot of cool stuff in this book. One of the things that caught my attention, which is I'm more than mildly jealous of, you have a note here from Mike Nichols.
Yeah.
After seeing the movie This Is 40. Would you read to the folks what Mr. Nichols said to you?
What he said?
Yeah.
Well, he wrote this to Leslie, and he was just an incredibly nice man.
Yeah.
Who I would,
So
see.
Leslie got it.
Yeah, I didn't get one.
Oh.
I'm
less jealous of you now.
He wrote a note to my kids and Leslie, and I'm like, wait, what? But this is what he wrote. He wrote, Dear Leslie, I don't think there's ever been a movie as funny and as true as the one you guys just made. I wept with laughter and then plain wept. You move through it simply living there in every moment. It's seeing it that made me realize I've never seen anyone act less and be more expressive and moving. You'll be amazed to read this. I'll say it better. You'll be amazed to read this, but I do think you and Judd and your girls are magic together.
Oh, that's lovely. That's fantastic. Did you ever, did you ever hang out with him? Did you get to know him?
I got to know him a little bit. One night we were asked to do an event where we did a conversation at the Museum of Modern Art. And they said, you bring a couple of clips and Mike will bring a couple of clips and just talk about them. And so it's time to show the clips. And I'm like, oh, this will be fun. And then he shows a 9-minute clip from The Graduate, which is the best 9 minutes ever in cinematic history. And I'm sitting there with Steve Carell with a boner. He won.
You spent your whole life studying comedians. You interviewed them, you've written about them, gotten for their autographs. Look at these giants that you're with right here. This is you with Mel Brooks, Norman Lear, and Dick Van Dyke. That's an extraordinary... What interests you so much about comedians? Why do you need to know more than what their joke is?
I don't know if you were into, were you into comedy as a kid, really super into it?
Well,
young?
I mean, yeah, I was. Maybe not like you. I don't have a book in me, but no. But I had I went to bed. I went to sleep every night listening to comedy albums.
Yeah, and so I was like that just because I think unlike your house, there was no religion in my house. They didn't talk about God existing or not existing. They did not mention it. And so I was left with this kind of hole of just how does the world work? And I think it got filled by George Carlin and Richard Pryor and people like that.
Ass Clown.
Yeah. They just broke everything down.
Yeah.
What was fair and unfair. And
there's some masters of comedy that nobody talks about anymore. I wonder whether they mean anything to you. David Fry, very influential.
He was like a Richard Nixon impersonator.
Exactly.
That's a tough
Phil
job.
Silvers.
Phil Silvers, I went to a screening of the Steven Spielberg movie 1941, and he was in the audience, and I got his autograph.
Phil Silvers. How about Burns and Schreiber?
Jack Burns and Avery Schreiber.
Yeah.
And Jack Burns was in a comedy team with George Carlin, and he was the one who taught George Carlin to care about politics.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Professor Irwin Corey.
Yeah, he is hilarious. That's worth Googling. If you haven't looked at
It's almost surreal, his act.
It's surreal that he existed and it was that bad crazy.
Well, and also in the old days, you had an act.
Yeah.
It's not like you had jokes. You had jokes, of course, but you had an act. You had your shtick, and this is what you did. And everywhere Irwin Corey went, he was Professor Irwin Corey. And you were getting his game at you. Do you think there's anybody today who's got a game like that they play all the time?
I feel like people aren't nuts in that way. People used to do characters and be super weird, but also he lived to be 100.
Irwin Corey did?
Acting like that.
Wow. My wife went to the Friars Club once when we were first dating. She was working in New York and she got invited to go to the Friars Club and she didn't know from comedy. And I was like, oh my God, a Friars Club. I'd never been. I'd love to go to the Friars Club. Who did you see? Anybody good? She's like, I don't know. I don't know who it would be. I did have dinner with this. I had dinner at my table with this older man. He was a doctor. It was quite strange. His hair was very wild. And I said, was it a professor by any chance? And she said, yes. And I said, was it Professor Irwin Corey? And she said, yeah, it was. And I said, I would kill to be you.
Yeah. But that's the difference between us and our wives, because they would not kill to be us.
The book, Comedy Nerd, available tomorrow. The man, Judd Apatow. We'll be right back.